We are heading to Black Friday and soon the Christmas holidays, and you might be thinking of purchasing the Sony ZV E10 or just purchase the Sony ZV E10 for YouTube, content creation, or a beginner hobbyist videographer, photographer. You will soon find out you will need some accessories to go along with that brand new camera. Let's get into it. Welcome to another video. This is the Elevate Project. I'm Ryan, and we are talking about accessories for the Sony ZV E10. This beautiful camera is compact, easy to use, and has amazing video and picture quality for the price. This by far is one of the best value 4K cameras from Sony. When you get this camera in the box, you get the camera, and with my version, you get the kit lens, battery, and USB-C cable to charge it, and that's it. Having this camera for almost a year, I purchased some accessories to use this camera as my main YouTube camera in my office, indoor YouTube studio. So keep in mind, I don't vlog yet, and I recently purchased even more accessories as I'm now using my Sony ZV E10 to learn some photography. The first accessory you will need is a SD card. There are so many different SD cards to choose from for the Sony ZV E10 to record 4K at 24 frames per second. You will need a V30 on that card. The 30 means it will write to a minimum of 30 megabytes per second. Yes, you will see 250 megabytes per second or 300 megabytes per second or even faster, which is great for read speeds. The most important is looking for that V30. If you see anything lower like V10, don't buy it. If you see higher numbers like the V60 or V90, you might be paying more for speed you will not use unless you're going to be using it in different cameras and the other cameras can utilize that write speed. There are a lot of different brands, and the two brands I would recommend is SanDisk and Lexar, which are the two brands that I use the most and that I've had no issues with. I personally have the Lexar 128 gigabyte for my Sony ZV E10. Don't worry, I'll make sure to have some of my affiliate links of all the accessories in the description below if you want to check them out later. When filming YouTube videos like A-roll shots, talking head like what I'm doing right now, you need a stable, dependable tripod. I mention this because I didn't think much about tripods and I first purchased the cheapest one. I think in most cases you don't need the most expensive one. Definitely don't skimp and buy the cheapest one like I originally did. The cheap ones like this one can be very difficult to maneuver in different directions. The tripod isn't sturdy, and this is going to be holding your brand new camera, your investment. And a cheap one like this one may not protect your Sony ZV E10, especially with heavier lenses, or if you choose to upgrade later to a full frame camera. For talking head, you want a dependable tripod that will carry the weight of your camera with different lenses and accessories. A nice quick release plate, sturdy legs, and for video, a nice fluid head for filming B-roll for nice smooth shots to pan and tilt easily without jitters or shakes if you're going to buy only one tripod. The tripods I use in my small studio are both made by Manfrotto. For my main shot, where the tripod is basically in the same spot roughly every single time, I use a lighter tripod called the Manfrotto Element Traveler Small Aluminum Tripod, which weighs about 2.9 pounds and has a weight limit of 8.8 pounds. Because my space is small, it works perfect and can handle both my Sony ZV E10 and my Sony FX30 with a heavier Sigma 16mm lens with ease. My second tripod I use for B-roll and travel where I'll be moving my camera, panning and tilting, I use the Travel Befree Live Aluminum Tripod Twist, which weighs about 3.6 pounds and can handle the same amount of weight of 8.8 pounds. It has a very nice fluid head, easy to set up and pack away. It's great for photography and filming my daughter's recitals and my son's soccer games, amongst other outdoor activities with the family. Talking about the Sigma 16mm lens, which I mentioned earlier is a bit heavier, is another great accessory to elevate your videos with the Sony ZV E10. My Sony ZV E10 came with a kit lens that does give you 16mm range at f3.5. The Sigma clearly is larger, heavier, and is a f1.4, giving you a nice depth of field, making a small space look a little bigger. I love the look, and I can have this particular lens super close as well. This has been a YouTube go-to lens for a reason. It is sharp, and for talking head videos like this one, a great lens for the price. The 16mm is equivalent to roughly 24mm in full frame, which is the lens I'm using right now and for a majority of my videos. With the Sony ZV E10 providing amazing video, a great audio pairing is the Rode VideoMicro. Now, to be clear, there are other mics for YouTube you might want to spend a little bit more money on, and I'll discuss that in a future video. The Rode VideoMicro is a low-cost mic that can attach right on the cold shoe, and if boomed right overhead, can provide great audio and much better audio than the onboard mic. In combination with the Sigma 16mm lens giving you a great shot super close, getting you closer to the mic will provide amazing audio for your talking head or even vlogging. Today, I personally don't use this for my main mic for my videos. I do use it for scratch audio, or audio that I use to help sync my audio in post. My main mic is connected to my Rodecaster Pro, which I sync later in post. I had some trouble syncing the audio coming from the internal mic, and the Rode VideoMicro getting a lot better audio syncs much better in post. If you have found value so far, hit that like button and share your thoughts on the accessories I talked about so far, and if you are hunting for these items for Black Friday. The next set of accessories are for my Sony ZV E10, more so for photography, as I am really loving to learn photography with this camera. I've been going to the outdoors and taking family pictures on the weekends. The first is the Peak Design Everyday Sling 5-liter, which is now discontinued. The newest ones are in some ways nicer and larger and cheaper for Black Friday. Peak Design has a 3-liter and a 6-liter. My 5-liter has been replaced by the 6-liter if you like the size of this one. I love this bag because it fits my Sony ZV E10 with a couple of lenses, extra battery, cables, filters, wireless headphones, and my iPhone, and more. I did purchase this a couple of years before the pandemic, more so to carry my iPad and other small items as my EDC or everyday carry. This has now made a new purpose for me, and I am absolutely loving it. The saying goes, the best camera is the one in your pocket when you need to take a picture, because this makes it so easy to carry my Sony ZV E10 or my Sony FX30. I am able to take better family pictures and videos on the weekends. Talking about carrying the Sony ZV E10 or the Sony FX30, I can actually carry both cameras with me by using this next accessory that I absolutely have fallen in love with, is the Peak Design Capture Clip. This makes it super easy to have one camera hanging off my everyday sling and one camera inside the bag. When I am just taking one camera, this makes it easy to have it easily accessible, so I don't have to open and close to get my camera to take that last minute shot. Also, this makes it easier for me to switch out lenses. I'm currently a prime lens shooter and don't have any zoom lenses except the kit lens that I hardly ever use anymore. The Peak Design Capture Clip. I love it. So my last accessory for the Sony ZV E10 is the Peak Design Wrist Cuff. It is pretty simple, and yes, typically cameras come with a strap of some sort. This wrist strap by Peak Design makes it easy to attach with their anchors when you don't need it or need to use with a different camera. It's easy to switch, and you can use it as a bracelet on shoot day. those are my accessories for the Sony ZV E10 for YouTube, video, and hobbyist photography. Hope some of these accessories will help you elevate your Sony ZV E10 experience. If you found value in this video, you know what to do. If you like videos like this one, and watch these videos right over here. Be safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.